Reed's been busy early on, 100th game for him. And then Hill really accelerating into it. Langdon needed to bring him down quickly, which he did, but still the threat. And the threat provided by Joe Thokanasiga. The new season is but 5 minutes old, and Bath and Thokanasiga up and running and scoring. Sam Graham, expect him to be a little busier in the back row, shorn of Laws and Ludlam as it is these days. Oh, that's wonderful! And Furbank with the initial bust, Furbank's bust, and a first Premiership try, a first Saints try for their new Wallaby, Josh Kemeny. But the work of Furbank to open Bath's door.
They've got numbers, Saints. Needed to jam in on that player to make Saints play that extra pass out the back. It's a lovely line shot. I didn't quite see who the shirt number was.
Tries all good, Luke.
But it's great movement off the ball. I think Wall takes it to the line very well. It's a lovely line. But Ben Spence just had to read in. If you're in a blitz defence, whether it's in open play down the blind side, if one goes in, all goes in. Make them go around the outside. Ben Spencer stays out thinking that pass.
Under Glanville and Butt threatening. Butt coming back in field. He's got Spencer, and that's wonderful. And this is a fabulous try, scored by Ted Hill, but the ambition of Bath to run when they were under pressure.
There's been so much kicking in this game, Nick. It was lovely to see the Glanville. That's a 3v3, just kicked on the outside, made a 3v2. Will Bow, we've said, has been looking great so far for this first 20 minutes. Breaks that tackle, great inside line from Ted Hill. He's so fit, so quick. You can trust on him being on the inside line, but it was great the one time the Glanville, Russell didn't look to kick. Russell did well to catch, get the ball away. They got to the 15-metre channel, found space finally. It's been a tight opening 27 minutes from a space perspective, but they found it. Very clinical finish, flooded through with players. Great finish, Bath.
And the ball smuggled back to the hooker. Got to go again now. Only allowed one stop, so they have to use it. Spencer. Oh, Spencer's gone! Opening night, sharp as a knife. The work that Dingwall does in those close quarters seen to its best effect there, and then Smith chipping over the top, Ram chasing, a lot of space. Oh, he gets there. Look for separation. Is there any?
I don't think so. I think that's a try. Oh no, the separation.
The ball is knocked on and in goal. It's a goal line dropout.
Wow, without that last angle, without the break in the frames.
Yeah, that was the one. James, Scott Young, Smith. And Dingwall, rather Furbank had the ball knocked away, and Lawrence chases. Lawrence gathers, scores. A little bit of confusion in the Northampton ranks. Ollie Lawrence skates through.
I think Will Burr has been great. Makes that tackle, gets back up on his feet, gets back in the game. Strong enough to stay up and get that offload away. They've just got some more offloads away, just to open up that defensive system of the Saints. I've been really impressed with Will Burr.
And Bath are looking for what would be a fifth. A glorious fifth at the start of a brand new season.
Yeah, Luke, we
maybe not.
I think.
Yeah, to me on that view, he's on his knees. He then bounces off his knees. I'm not sure he can do that. But it's not a penalty try, Charlie, because 19's legal behind 6.
So all cleared up by Luke Pearce. Net result, no try. Josh Kemeny, who scored a try in the first half, gets a yellow card towards the end of the second. And they put
Don't get off him, 9. Get off him.
Tommy Freeman in it to offer his, not in considerable weight, but still off the base. Goes Coetzee. Luke Pearce desperately looking for the position that says yes. And a match that simmered all evening. simmers right at the end as Bath celebrate a 5th try.
So it's a good decision for Coetzee to pick, but can't blame Freeman for that. I'm sure there was a sly remark from one of the Bath players somewhere to cause that.
I think they need to look at the action of du Plessis, actually. He hits the man on the ground just before this, and I think it's worth another look. He's on the ground. There's the grounding. I think he gets there. You don't quite see from this angle. Yeah, that's a try. Gets the ball down. Then du Plessis comes in. Watch now.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Hits with the shoulder. Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, he's going for seconds in the end.
Well, it's not the final, it's not Twickenham, but it is the opening night, and it is some measure of revenge. The second best team last season have just beaten the best, beaten the champions. Bath 38, Northampton 60.
You might have to just adapt slightly how you set up your back three.
Batley with line-out ball for Bristol, and here goes Ibitoye. Doesn't need much space, heading for the try line. The power and the momentum, and the Bears striking in the 2nd minute of the evening. Gabriel Ibitoye. A small gap, big points. Seb Atkinson to Harris, better from Gloucester, nice from Max Llewellyn, he's opened up some space, here's Christian Wade. Oh, we've missed him. 6 years gone from the Premiership, he's right back in it now. Taylor lays it up. Most phases Gloucester have been through. What a transfer! That was sensational. Alamano on the inside is Tomas Williams. Still the support is good. One of the tries, surely one of the tries we'll be looking back on in a few months' time and just judging exactly where it sits.
This ball from Clement couldn't have been better. And then it's this pass maybe from Tomas Williams that they're just looking at. Last one's absolutely fine, but
just want a closer look at, please.
Steps across Ibitoye.
I'm happy with that. That's not clearly and obviously forward. Can you show us the claw on the camera, please, Rosie, to see if there's
have another look.
Yeah,
nothing.
Tom,
it's got to be absolutely clear.
Here he comes now.
It's okay, isn't it? Hands both look like they're going in the right direction to me.
Mercer, good hands. Clement again, so industrious. Another penalty. Dabbed over the top by Tomas Williams, it's gathered, it's scored, and it's brilliant. There's the Welsh connection. There's the half-back pairing that George Skivington has signed, that he hopes will transform the fortunes of this proud club. Anscombe for Gloucester. Kloska. Off the deck, magnificent. McGinty's read it, and he's stepping. And Bristol are bearing down on that try line again. They're queuing up. Oh, the intercept from Wade. Christian Wade from 80 metres out. No one will touch him. Not even Max Malins could touch him. Christian Wade has 2, marking his return to the Gallagher Premiership here at Ashton Gate tonight. Climbing the rankings. Luatua, not quite there. McGinty with the clear out. Randall using Williams. Now a little bit of width. Malins goes wide, and in they go. Flopping over the line is Siva Naulango. Luatua, not far away now. James Dunn denied by Anscombe. Randall dipping and diving and ducking under.
Use a jack, yeah, good.
Wade. Threading it down a very tight channel. Oh, the balance.
He's scored a hat-trick.
It's a hat-trick all over again for Christian Wade, who breaks clear of Chris Ashton and Tom Vandel for Premiership hat-tricks. It's his 6th in all. It's his first of this season, and Christian Wade is back, everybody. Batley on the charge. What a leg drive that is. They're over the line. Where is the ball?
Penalty advantage anyway, lads.
Have that penalty advantage. Caulfield has it. Randall zips away. Lovely line. Malins.
That's brilliant from Randall. Absolutely brilliant. Everyone thinks Caulfield's going to carry this.
Fed back for James Dunn. Gloucester trying to come hard off the line. Dunn burrows onwards. Marmion, Van Rensburg, McGinty does well to get that away. Malins again. It's the game that keeps on giving. Wonderful noise. Bristol pouring forwards to the 22. Malins accelerates. Rich Lane! Points down they were. Scores level. Conversion to come. Opposition playing with a man down. 7 minutes to play. Fazogbon to the ground. Atkinson waits. Penalty to Gloucester. And now both eyes on the ball. Gloucester in front. 2 minutes to play. It's a penalty to Gloucester. A breakdown penalty which means so much to Josh Skivington. I don't think there's a question that they would like the line out. Charlie Atkinson and Gloucester celebrating a rare win. Cherry and white, chaos at Ashton Gate. Just their second victory in 10 visits here. Christian Wade with a hat-trick. And an extraordinary match featuring 85 points comes to a close. Full-time, Bristol 41, Gloucester 44.
Quins in the white. Saints in colours you'll recognise. And a little tap back initially from Curtis Langdon, meaning that it's...
Really good work, close tackle.
Jack Walker picks out Levis. Walker hinging back round and hoping that the forwards might carry him over. Needs some help from the backs, but this looks very promising. How to stop Quinn's rolling maul. Saints didn't find an early answer, and a try after 80 seconds for the Londoners. Saints tap and go. Everyone shifts away to the left-hand side. One of the biggest, Mania Yogan, driving for the target. Matthew Carley wonders.
Has he gone twice there?
Together. You can see there Davison on his outside. Yogan gets the ball, bang, they jump in that. Contact together, drives him through.
Scored by that man, and Jack Walker will get them going again.
In or out?
Second fastest try of the season. It's a slow, studied walk to the line out. A lot of movement from Kenningham, who is the target. And again, Walker tucking himself in amongst those white shirts and green shorts, and he still has it.
He's come through the seam once.
Well, that's the work of a Yogan who came through the seam. You heard Matthew Carley tell us so, and Yanu gives it away. Over the top from Evans to Smith. Oh, sparkling feet. A flash of footwear, and Marcus Smith was through.
The Quins would have been quite annoyed with that, but Smith now, he just floats off that pass to the left-hand side. Fantastic left foot step back in. I think it was Freeman, he had his one-on-one. Freeman's got his shoulders turned out because he's chasing hard. You can see Smith, just look at his body shape, you can see he's turned out. Just left foot steps back inside, it's so difficult to defend. Much easier said than done, trying to stay square on a player like Marcus Smith.
I don't think we've had any phases, so it's very difficult to go and put what we want on the pitch. You know, I think we just need to make sure we sort that out. And here we go.
Oh, nice. And then away over the top from Kemeny, and there's the try. That's what you were talking about, Sam.
Yeah, exactly that. Just do that.
Ollie Slighthope.
Very well done, Josh, to put Ollie away.
Can you see this replay? We'd rather use you than Austin, to be honest.
Can I go then?
Oh, go. Oh, no. We'll let you go, Sam. Austin wants his job back, but thanks very much for your time.
Well, it's very hard to analyse if you can't see it.
So, yeah, go for that ball, go for the breakdown, and it just stops that continuity that Saints are looking for.
It's a lovely throw from Walker, rifled towards the tail of the line-out and opening up this space that he can try to exploit again. So many options for Harlequins, so many white shirts, hooked over the top, taken by Smith, he has two.
First one, carry through the middle, make the tackle line, quick ruck, the ball's gone, Danny's in and out. Again, wonderful carry by Walker through the middle. You get to this point here, across the forwards, that looks iffy to me. That might need another look.
It's all clear at the moment.
Cheers, KT.
Just the way it comes out of his hands makes me think it's a bit strange. I hope not, because it was a fab try. Here we go, this will tell us. It's a mile forward, isn't it?
It's one of those that goes forward, but not necessarily clearly out of his hands. Nothing clear, you'll have heard Rowan Kitt say.
Come on.
Thanks, Orla. First half, a story of Marcus Smith and a pair of London truffle pigs. Finn Smith, Mayana Vanua got the ball away from down by his knees, and Hutchinson, strength and then the footwork to take Northampton to within 6-7 metres. Eogan. Will Evans inevitably having a look over the top, but not this time. And out by Dingwall and Hutchinson, and slide. Oh! Bang to the face, but over the line. Rowan Kitt and his screen in our van will tell us.
No try, I think he dropped the ball.
Okay.
We'll check that first, please.
On-field decision, no try.
It's a penalty try.
Okay, so as he's in the act of scoring, he clearly makes contact with the head-neck area.
Agree.
Okay, so for me, then we're looking at a penalty try and a yellow card against 14 Quins.
Agree.
Okay.
14 white.
14. 14.
It's Nick David. Grateful to be running around again at the start of this season after the injury at the back end of the last one, but he's going to spend the next 10 minutes not running around. And the penalty try. Perfect start to this second half for the hosts. What do you say? Tip of the arrowhead. James. Eogan. Quinn's desperate in defence, maybe about to be breached once more. No way through for Tom James. But it's a matter of metres now, maybe even a matter of a metre. Graham goes, scores! It's a different Northampton in this second half.
Graham just gets a one-on-one, it's Will Joseph. He has no right to be there, it's not his fault, but the forwards are all either on the floor or on the far side. But you want your forwards, 2 or 3 players either side of that ruck. They need to defend the heavy hitters from Saints. But Joseph gets sucked in from all the good ball carries. 2 forwards, 1 back, 2 metres out, only 1 winner.
Furbank. Oh, beautifully off the floor. Slams in. You don't have a second to take a cat nap when you're defending against Northampton.
They come to the left, Furbank finds a half gap and he gets through or slips through. Probably more by accident, but Slytone's the only one who comes alive. It's Dylan Lewis who's sort of tracking inside, Nick David, Jared Evans just don't expect it. But Slytone does brilliantly. Here he is, he's the only player flooding through. Looks like it's some tired Quinn's defence on the inside.
3 tries in 20 minutes. Evans. He's got Bradley outside on. Bradley gathers. Does really well to get it back infield. Try scored by Porter. London lights still burning. Harlequins' hope still there.
Onto his run, onto that ball. Just about to receive it now. Just kicks outside, creates a 2v2 into a 2v1. Really good work from Jared Evans. He just steps outside. The Saints defender, Bryn Bradley, bit optimistic. That's it, that's the nice little kick. He just gets outside. Man of Vanua.
Northampton have done what we expected them to do. They have squeezed out time and they have squeezed out the win. But as starts to your rugby weekend go, to your Gallagher Premiership rugby weekend, that's not bad. Weekend launched.
And a full-throated Premiership derby then, dripping in history and intensity and raw aggression. It means the world. Looks like the tap and go. It's Tom Dunn, who's been a warrior of these derby days for some 12 years or more, and here he is in the carry. 3 metres away from the try line. Back they come to the shorter side, and Barno clatters through. First try of the afternoon, first blood to Bath at Kingsholm.
The try is good.
Advantage, clearly slowed the ball. Jackering
with the advantage now, Atkinson got it away, Anscombe, Llewellyn, Hathaway steps on the gas, plenty to do here, keeps it alive brilliantly, Llewellyn! Gloucester in full cry, and that is the new Gloucester, here at Kingsholm, in front of a full house.
Gets the try, but it's a complete team try. We just see some of this attack. It's fast. Sogbon gets the ball away, just moving the point of contact all the time. And here we see it again. As soon as the penalty, the ref arm goes out, they're willing to play, shifting it. They've got numbers on the outside, but there's still work to do here. Holding the ball, perfect timing, get to the edge, find an offload. I mean, it's a great offload on the inside to earn. Just what Gloucester would have wanted.
Well, brilliant acceleration from Hathaway, but the wherewithal is for Gloucester now. There he is, just lurking on halfway, on the ball now. Atkinson to Atkinson, and Atkinson again, and this is now Carrera, space on the outside. Thorley pins his ears back. Great tackle from Russell. Takes some stopping, Ollie Thorley. Russell did well, but the space is there for Clement, and Clement is within a metre or so. Tomas Williams diving, darting, and scoring. Once more, Kingsholm on its feet.
But Gloucester have just got far too much momentum, and everyone just looks really comfortable on the ball. Clement was going hard, and that's all they needed. Tomas Williams sees a gap. He doesn't need a second opportunity.
Tomas Williams keen to put some width on it. Thorley keen to run as ever. To that short side again, lovely work from Mercer, bursting forwards, drawing the man, and still going, and the offload so good. Tomas Williams, and inside, and over the line, and there it is.
All good.
Charlie Atkinson scores Gloucester's third. Clattered in that midfield. Gloucester spread left. Barbary finding holes, battering through Tomas Williams. Bath with their tails up again. Russell, inside ball to Redpath, to Russell. Oh, it's magnificent. Has he rolled and scored?
Might need to check that, Adam. Might need to check it.
Spencer coming, rumbling around the corner is Maloney. Dutoy, brilliant leg drive. Oh, Abano again! He's found a way through.
Yeah, I'm going to knock you out.
Just scurried his way towards the try line. And that's 2 for Benno Abano this afternoon. Bath then searching for a bonus point try. And Ross Maloney pops it out to Spencer. Lovely ball for Lawrence to absolutely hammer onto. Spencer! And bodies underneath him.
He's offside.
Yeah, just double check, just double check.
Russell, Kutsia, expect to see him on the carry a great deal. Russell again, Ted Hill. Bath just beginning to look a little bit more fluent now. Russell hit late, Lawrence keeps it alive quite brilliantly. Redpath to Bayliss, and Bayliss is home and hosed. Without enough players at the breakdown, got to commit sufficient numbers. Mercer again over the top, and gathered in by Butt, and away come Bath, and de Glanville's gone. Gotovtsev is burnt off, and Tom de Glanville almost certainly wins the game for Bath. What a turnaround. Unfortunately, an infringement there also, so Gloucester on the move. Williams to Blake. Bath shirts there in good numbers for the time being. Thorley wrestles through. Oh, that's magnificent! An act of defiance from Ollie Thorley. This is slow progress, at least for Bath, but they are making headway incrementally. Coetzee with another important burst forwards. And now potentially some width, and Lawrence breaking free for a score. A really, really important one. Lots of combinations available. And Bath edging forwards here, looking to kill this off. Niall Annett. Very, very close indeed. He turns. And there's the next score. The score that really kills things off and brings up 50 at Kingsholm.
But he's our Gallagher Premiership player of the match. Superb.
Wide they go to Emmons. Lawrence running a support line here. Emmons still moving. And they're struggling to contain Bath on that left flank. The ball finding its way into touch and prompting the end of a thunderous derby. Quins against Bath this Saturday afternoon, and the ball taken in by Guy Pepper and having to deal with the attentions of Caden Murley making his presence felt early on. Well, the decision means that Quins now have territory inside the opposition 22 for the first time in the game. And they're using a bustling Northmore up the middle. Smith. Oh, the delay. And once again, the telepathy. Smith and Dombrat. It's a dream pairing. And Harlequins off to a flyer.
The setup of this is absolutely first class. You wondered how he was going to come back and announce himself that he's fit. Well, that is a great way to start off your comeback, isn't it?
Platform set deep in the 22, playing with an advantage here, Harlequins as well. Smith, oof, change of plan. Oh, Eastgrove's got it. And that's a score on debut for the Argentine, who will be welcomed with open arms in these parts.
Well, it began in part, lovely wraparound play on the far side, but Rodrigo Eastgrove ran over the Glanville like a bus. Clearly a lot of power there. And as soon as Marcus Smith kicked that, you groaned, internally I groaned, because it was clearly the wrong option until we were proven wrong. But actually,
he pre-called it.
Yes, he's a wonderful sevens player, and he's great in space. He's also brilliant aerially.
Right then, Bath in the zone here, and Spencer drawing the defenders. Russell to Emmons, and well tackled. Emmons lays it up. Coetzee, head down, straight forward. Over the ball comes Cunningham.
Onside, Joe!
Bath though have it.
That's offside, yeah.
And they're intent on doing this through the big boys. They're playing with an advantage. Abano slips it. And Pepper.
Let's have a word with them, because that's 4 offside penalties.
And that won't half help them as well.
Hands up!
Penalty advantage behind them. Abano, 2 tries last week, and now searching for the line. He's been held up by Cunningham in the first instance. In come those quartered shirts. As many of them as they can muster. Ewell's a torrid time. Here's Russell. Now then, space opening up to Glanville. We've been here before. This time he makes no mistake. So close earlier on in the half. Tom de Glanville bags Bath second.
Well, Bath were forced to plan B after a wicked tackle from Will Evans, I think, on Charlie Ewell's on the line. What a shot that was.
Bath players flinging themselves at the ground. Ollie Lawrence trying to do his level best here. Trench warfare. Porter spreads it out. Smith, Green. Excellent defending from Bath. In goes Smith with the clear out. Eastgrove from close range. He won't stop him. You just won't. So the scoreline, Quins 21, Bath 14. Those 7 points separating the side. Incidentally, that was the margin that Bath trailed Gloucester by at half-time a week ago at Kingsholm. And they came out in the second period, as we know, and scored 38 points, including 6 tries. Up the middle they go. Porter finds Smith. Oh, lovely dummy kick. Space for Northmour as a consequence. Smith running the support line instead. Northmour powering onwards, brought down by de Glanville. Oh dear now. Porter driven off the ball, the penalty given up. Jabulu.
Yes.
For Launchbury, here's Murley. Quins really feeling it at this point, playing with the advantage. It's there for Dombrandt. Mara slips it wide. That's knocked on by Bath. And back we go for a challenge which will need very careful inspection.
Yeah, look, Pepper's got to go if this is illegal. He's gone. I tell you what, though, the initial break's fantastic. The time of the pass from Marcus Smith, but then the defence from Ben Spencer to get back in the line of sight for the pass stops a certain try under the posts.
Twenty-four, 14, 19 minutes to play, and Bath, for the second time in the match, down to 14 men. Quick ball again for the 9. That's across the face of the defence, and Pepper, the provider. Lawrence sends it wide to Glanville. So much to do here. Defenders everywhere. Cut down by Launchbury. And still they rumble forwards. Van Veek.
No, mate, get back here. Open the table. I want to throw the dice one more time.
It's very Harlequins. It's Quins as we know and love them. One last shot at it here. A minute into the red, and there's the penalty from the scrum. Bath have won it. A huge effort from these huge men. And once again, Bath are winners on the road.
It's a dry, breathless, almost mild October evening in the English Southwest. And the USA international AJ McGinty sets us on our way. Here's the captain, Alex Coles. What a night for him, leading the side for the 3rd time in his career, but this is the 1st time in the big league. There's a big hit going in from Grondona, dislodged the ball, but still Northampton ball, and now the penalty for the high tackle that they will need. Took 3 hours to drive from London, then 4 hours to get in from the M4. George Makepeace Cubitt is not just a Premiership debutant, now he's a Premiership point scorer. Up to halfway. Bernard Janse van Rensburg doesn't look happy with life as at the other end of the pitch Tom Pearson bursts through, and here goes George Hendy, old spider legs himself, and he's got through. It's not just the Bears who know how to entertain.
And then how quick do they get into shape? I love this step there from Pearson, just on the outside. Then the timing of that pass. George Hendy out in space is absolutely deadly. But you often think, how quickly can any team go from defence to attack? Well, for Saints,
Pollock.
Another knock-on advantage. It's in the tackle,
through.
he does wrap.
Harding was in there, 8 on 8.
Ball's here. Just the knock-on advantage, 9.
Pearson. Oh, he's gone through a tackle again, and now he's looking for Kemeny. Kemeny goes! Sometimes the simple things, sometimes pure muscle, vision. Second score of the night for Northampton, midway through this first half.
That's amazing play. What power, and he has the power to get through, but even his draw and pass, that's twice in a row. He stepped outside of Vauvau and then had a great 2v1. He's powered straight through Marmion, 2v1, makes it look so easy. He is so effective for this Northampton Saints team. Nice finish from Kemeny, but that man Pearson as well there.
Knock-on advantage over.
This is done. Starting 6 against Saracens, back in the second row tonight. Harding nicely away, and then McGinty and Rabalvao and Ibitoye. He doesn't need the door to be that wide.
the reward. You thought they messed up their line-out. This is when you thought Lichfield might have knocked it on. They didn't. You could hear from the referees why they didn't think that Bristol had knocked anything onto it. It was play on. But that was a lovely delayed pass from Fitzhardy. He took it right to the defensive line, flicked it out the back. Liberatory just held his width, and one of the easier finishes that he's had this season. But you thought Saints that Kemeny competed so well. You thought they made another set-piece error. But if they can get 3 or 4 or 5 phases put together, Bristol will be dangerous.
As long as we stay within system, at some point we're confident they'll cough the ball up. It's not to say they're not going to score tries, but we trust that over the course of 80 minutes that will give us the outcome and the performance that we want.
Brilliant. We'll let you go. Cheers, James.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
McGinty. Oh, now Ravalval through the hole! The big dive, the big score. And then Bates helping the ball far wide to Luatua. Luatua keeps it alive. So too Bates. Bristol on the edge of the Bristol City penalty area. Batley rolling it up and then beautifully laid back by Thacker, and then the twist and the turn for Ravalval.
I think it's Jake Heenan then who eventually has the delayed pass out the back. It's lovely ball handling skills. Just see him pop up now, right to the line, pops it straight back. That's a lovely pass from Heenan. I love that ball, and Ravuvu with the power to get over. That's a great Bristol Bears try.
Battle over halfway. Luatua. The carries as Luatua had, approaching the dozen. Ibitoye, oh, he did well to get that ball away. How about that? Elizalde, and that's to Wolstenholme, and that is utter magic. Joe Batley with the try.
The thing is, they stuck to the Bristol way and they kept playing out. Yep. They got to this left-hand side, and Ibitoye with the first offload. Oh my goodness! Then from here, this is brilliant. And Batley fully deserves that try today. He's been magnificent. But they stuck to their plan. They wanted to play out. He's had a good afternoon, Batley.
Crouch. Bind.
Approaching the 80th minute. Bristol with the shove.
Ball away. Keep eyes on those
Saints
two.
managing to get that ball away. McParland doing well, and now Hutchinson. And Saints with work to do, and Saints scoring. Oh, James Ram. If you like ordinary rugby, you are absolutely in the wrong place tonight. McParland, it's loose and it's picked up by Dunn, and Bristol can finish it here. These two sides tonight and for much of this season so far, particularly Bristol, turning the extra special into the everyday.
Here's Marler, chopped down by Grondona. A little taste of his own medicine there for Joe Marler, something of course for which he's especially known, that really low chop tackling. Into the game comes Caden Murley. Breathless start here from both sides, and they're away, and they're clear, and Dombrandt's in, and Harlequin starting as they mean to go on.
But both sides attacking with huge intent. Lovely show from Evans to break the gap. Just a half show of the ball. Everyone drifts because they're short of numbers.
And Bristol are on the front foot again, even if they are on their own 22.
No!
Numbers down this side.
And they've spotted it. Harding, lovely offload, drew in 2 defenders. Bates feeds Ogre, long way to go. No support anywhere near him. Ogre slows up effectively.
And legs full of lactic acid. Loads of space, loads of numbers left.
Need to move it quick. McGinty, Grondona, Ibitoye, Van Rensburg. And now extra pace from Lane. Ravovo on the outside. He's got the beating of Eastgrow. And Ravovo is in. Outstanding score from the Bears. Just about as perfect an illustration of what they're all about.
Ravalval getting himself free.
Murley, full steam here. Oh, timed it to perfection. What a tackle that was from Caden Murley. Bristol have done very well to secure the ball off the back of that challenge. And Marmion, show and go. Ibitoye alongside him, running a nice line, and he will streak clear. Bristol striking twice inside only 3 minutes. Marmion absolutely electric, and Ibitoye with a lovely line.
He's paid with an injury. Marmion, he's stayed down. This isn't going to be the last try we're going to see tonight. Game has opened up massively. Ibitoye back on the inside. He knows as soon as he gets that pass from Marmion, no one's going to get there.
Very easy to slip into.
Joe's just telling him, slow the game down.
Yeah, Harlequins have also had to do those meters to keep up with them. Here's Ogray on a short line, Van Rensburg, Marmion, Ravovo, big tackle coming in from Northmoor. Marmion again, hops into position, intercept, Murley's away. Rich Lane in hot pursuit, Ibitoye gaining, and he breaks away. Murley has it. And a splash worthy of Chris Ashton.
Hesitation from Marmion, maybe trips up, and maybe Northmoor slowed him up slightly. And Murley reads it, and then a little celebration, maybe getting his own back on Ibitoye, celebrating before his score.
Van Rensburg, Ravovo, Iskra with the tackle for Quins, and the ball stripped. Northmoor's away, tearing down that right flank. Northmoor is clear. That's high class.
Northmoor knows there's no one at home. He's got the acceleration, the power and the stamina to get there. And then Bristol to make it matters worse.
A messy old line out, which has ended up in the arms of Laheath. And there might be some space on that left flank for Joe Owen to exploit. Infield to Ibitoye, Marmion with the support line, and Bristol just before half-time regain the lead.
Brilliant initial break from the big second row.
It's that long pass again, isn't it, from Marmion from the base. Takes out all 4 defenders on the short side.
And Bristol have secured the ball. Marmion's looking.
He's offside.
Yeah,
that's the bit.
Yellow card.
Kerrod's gone.
He knew exactly what he was doing, didn't he? Here we go. Straight to the bin.
Number 3 is clearly offside, makes the tackle, line break.
Jacket to his right, Harding to his left. Here's Harding, holds it back beautifully, and they stroll it in through Mata.
That is an outstanding tap penalty move.
There's a rather weary trudge from a loose head prop, which is suggestive of the end game. Joe Marler's race is run. Mata. McGinty. Van Rensburg. Oh, what a ball that is. That is a glorious pass for Jack Bates. And Van Rensburg will finish it appropriately. Stunning in the midfield. That was a beautiful ball over the top. And he is an all-court player, we know that much.
One of the best players in the league for me. So aggressive.
Even when they're not entirely sure there's someone there. Trust that someone will arrive. And if it hits the deck, it hits the deck. That's beautiful. Double pump on the ball. Space now for Mata, crashing into defenders.
Okay.
Another double pump. Van Rensburg. Owen. Grondona. So good. Bristol are just easing through the gears.
The speed through the hands. No look, he knows someone's there. McGinty, little show of the pump to send the defender Hammond, and then gives it to Mata, and they're in behind. Now it's about picking off those straggling defenders. Lovely square line from Jancy van Rensburg.
Care to Beard. And Jabulu did so well. Northmore, intervention from Ravovo. It's hacked forwards by Tyrone Green, and Green has it. And Green touches down.
Great refereeing. Brilliant refereeing.
To Marmion, clock in the red. And the bonus point win banked. The Premiership back in business, and Bristol very much back in business. Sublime. Solid from both sides at scrum time. Atkinson holds it there for Tomas Williams. Here comes Anscombe, swings it wide. Hathaway's in. Gloucester strike first at Kingsholm.
Well, the brilliance in this is Llewellyn's line. He starts to go out and then cuts back. Beautiful line, holding those defenders. That means the wide men can't go. Anscombe knows and throws a delightful ball over the top. And a walk in that wide channel for Hathaway.
Into the midfield they come. Kieran Knight on the charge. Oh, drops it on the toe. Seb Blake was running the line to his right. Seb Atkinson wasn't far away either. Maybe it won't matter. Harlequins have got enough bodies behind the ball now.
Seb Blake is going to kill him.
Let's have a word with George Skivenson, the director of rugby for the Cherry and Whites. What about this? The big loose head on the march, George, but it should have been a try, shouldn't it?
Yeah. Listen, I'm asking them to push the envelope and play and express themselves and use their skills. Knight might have taken it a bit far there, but you know, it is what it is.
You've stepped off, you've backed off.
Little tip on from Thomas, kept alive by Clement. Here's Wade. Ships the ball on, and there are more Cherry and White shirts to the left. Hathaway feeds it on. Trying to bump through the challenges here, Atkinson. Williams, Fazogbon arrives. And Fazogbon reaches!
Scored it!
Try scored!
Just wonder whether he rolls it. He's short with his initial placement in my eyes.
Yeah, I'm going to look whether it's short and roll to the line, yeah?
Oh, he's dropped it. There was separation, and now it rolls forward, doesn't it?
Well, you really feel Gloucester need points from all this pressure. They've been pressing and pressing, and now they have to convert. Blake fires it to Alamano, and now a much more organised drive, and there's no stopping them. Clement touches down. Harlequins' defence is splintered. Gloucester have their second.
It's a great try.
Drives hard into that defence, and Dino Lamb driven back. Tomas Williams trying to spark Gloucester and getting a brilliant offload away. Thomas, the offload. Wade, Christian Wade, over the line and held up.
I think that's poor from Wade. Yeah. I know he's a finisher. Thomas does such a brilliant job. He does the right thing, just goes hell for leather once he gets through. No point looking for support. There's not really anyone with him. Just keep going, keep going. Then this offload is outstanding. But there are numbers, and look how many white shirts there are. That goes out the back to anyone, and Gloucester are walking in.
Oof. Denied by the post. Ball still live. Chisholm has it.
Sorry?
Care for Beard. It's happening here. Beard straightening really well through so many defenders and still going strong. Up to halfway. No one can touch it.
Still going.
Extraordinary effort from Oscar Beard. Amazing acceleration and power. Donbrandt. Suddenly there's a little bit of extra zip to Quins, having survived that penalty attempt.
Good work.
Jared Evans. Marcus Smith. Beard again. This time he's going nowhere. Carreras all over that. Walker. Jared Evans to Anyanwu. It's a little lateral. Chisholm straightens well. Better punch. Oscar Beard taking a little bit of time to make his way back into possession. Now they've lost the ball again. It slipped through the fingertips of Will Evans, and Gloucester have it.
Opportunity to move it, or find space at the back of the pitch.
Tomas Evans.
Catch it!
Just had a little word with Hathaway. Can he gather? He's in touch. Oh my goodness.
Tomas Williams does so well to put on his left. I'm not sure he's fully made his mind up as to whether he wants to kick it, put a touch on it, or catch it.
I think it's his head that goes into touch. I've been at the cricket with you.
Kingsholm ready for the celebrations. The line out loose. Singleton hoofs it clear. Commanding for the most part from Gloucester. They put away Quins. It's 3 Premiership wins on the spin. And they're edging up into the higher echelons of the Gallagher Premiership. Harlequins, if we're honest, limp. Full time at Kingsholm, Gloucester 14, Harlequins 0. Kenningham looking interested.
Touch, ball touch.
And the ball finding Smith. The dummy, and he's gone. That's the magic, and there's the score. Jack Walker's in, and Marcus Smith lights up Twickenham all over again.
There's no one around me in a white shirt. Smith gets through, Walker turns round, and he's got to walk in over the line for the perfect start for Harlequins.
What a finish from Smith. Just can't give him that amount of time. It's an actual poor kick from Jack. So nothing, it doesn't go off. It's not short enough for anyone to contest.
They can use this now, Leicester.
Antosha lurking, feeds it back. Kata now holds it there. Pollard, some width, and now a score for Hassel Collins. Well worked by Tigers. Patient stuff.
Darts off his right foot twice to get infield, beats 2, 3. Really good from Hassel Collins, and then appears in midfield. Lovely deception from Kelly. Pollard out the back. He's got Stewart on his shoulder, and because of Mike Brown's width, eventually they were going to find.
Pollard somehow got that away to Kelly, and Stewart throws the dummy, heads through the hole, slows down, wisely waiting for some support. Here's Henderson stepping on the gas, brought down by Nick David. Tigers in full flight here, whipped away, room on the outside. Kata, he's got Hassel Collins for company, won't need him. Superb from Leicester.
Kick through. It's fumbled slightly, but it goes backwards. Taken by Kelly, offloads as he comes around the corner. He's one-on-one, looks to kick. I think it's Oscar Beard who shapes for the charge down, gets through. Really good support from Henderson in that midfield. Doesn't try and throw a miracle offload. And then they've got numbers on that side. 2 front, 5 forwards in the wide channel. As soon as they get past him, there's not much they can do on a 3-on-1 in that wide channel, but all starts with a little show to kick from Stewart, and then the acceleration through the middle.
Good finish from Kata.
Right within the context of the laws, but Leicester will feel they have to take advantage of this now.
Short and low to Henderson, it's loose. Dombrand has it. Here's Kenningham. This is where Harlequins are so dangerous. Another show of the ball, and he's gone. And he's released Murley. One man to beat round the outside of Stewart's. Caden Murley for Harlequins. They've gone 90 metres. One swift strike.
Length of the field all comes from that line-out ball. Poor security from Leicester in their transfer. And as the ball spills out, Kenningham reacts the quickest. Leicester might just question whether he's onside, actually. But then Kenningham timing the pass perfect, gives a one-on-one. for Murley against Stewart, and Murley's always going to have that extra pace. Too much room, and Stewart can't get a finger on him.
I was really hoping we were going to have one of these today. Brady Stewart twice in 2 weeks. He's been back round, unfortunately for him. Murley won't be bothered about that. What an occasion.
The ball's always on the floor.
Yeah.
And then
just great getting a try like that.
Thank you.
Such a big game. Full length try.
Thank you.
Tigers have done well with 14 to this point, but can they hold out here? Walker smuggles it away to Danny Kerr, and a short line, an excellent line from Luke Northmore.
They know what's coming. Pollard's there, he's a big unit, but Pollard's eyes get attracted to Kerr. Kerr delays as long as possible, forces Pollard to stay, and Northmore goes between Kelly and the South African 10.
It's actually no change in position there, really. Dan Kelly is a 12, Pollard is a fly half. It's just a strong carry from Northmore. Great.
Tight and hard, Cracknell again. They're going old school here. Rafael van Portfleet. Pollard holds it up. Hassel Collins, oh, very nearly the intercept. Brown, though, hangs on. Now they get it wide. Here's Stewart. He's waited. And now he's scoring.
Jacko, 2 players.
It's a clear knock-on from Mike Brown. Goes for the intercept. Brown gets there at the same time. Looks like it goes back off Brown, if anything. I think this will stand. And as soon as Leicester get the ball back, Harlequins lost all their defence out wide.
If anything, that's gone backwards off the forwards off the Quins player.
Yeah, it's gone backwards. If only you could put that into a set-piece move. A 50-50 tackle. Murley nearly comes up with the intercept, but it pops up for Mike Brown, thankfully for Tigers.
Good.
He did enough to get over there, Leicester. Northmore bumped down by Montosha. Nice pick up from Eastgrove. Donbrandt was that forwards. Murley's away. Murley's in. And Harlequins are celebrating. And Matthew Carney is awarding it.
But Donbrandt, one of the very best in the business, starts with this inside line. From out to in, from Cunningham South. That gives them the field position and the momentum. Great hands from Evans. Northmore straightens, holds in 2 Tigers defenders. And then this last ball, Stewart closes. But it's the excellent hands, as we've seen throughout his career from Donbrandt. Whether it goes forward, we're yet to see, but...
Just steadies his feet, knows where Freddie Stewart gets it away.
Oh, I don't know, from that angle.
That's an awful angle.
10 minutes of matches, and here they are poised. George Martin, the focal point.
Joe Launchbury, has he come around the outside yet? Referee's given the penalty advantage to Leicester. Quins would be good just to snarl that up now and not let it out and take the penalty.
Here's Cracknell again. How tirelessly has he carried this evening into the final 2 minutes of the match. Excellent leg drive. Tigers bearing down on that try line again. Held back nicely, looking for the kick pass. It's blocked. Mike Brown was waiting on the outside. They do still have that advantage, and then the penalty.
What a block from Oscar Beard. Dives through, reads the kick, gets his body in the way.
Someone's going in the bin, okay? This has been slipping around the side.
Launchbury happy it's just a penalty. The tap and go
from close range. Quins assemble in desperation. Here's Cole! He thinks he's there. Was he short to start with? And was that a second movement or just a placement?
He can still place it. He can't move his knees or his feet to propel himself towards the line, but I think that's quick enough to place it. I think this will count.
The player was tackled short of the line. He's allowed to place the ball once. I'd just like to check whether he makes the line, whether he places that ball.
Looks good.
On-field decision is a try. Short there, he's allowed to place the ball once. And that looks
He's still annoyed about that scrum free kick, isn't he? He wanted that try more than anybody.
It's a huge moment here at Twickenham. Dan Cole, in the 79th minute, has set up this conversion to draw level in the final moment. And who would you want? Who would you want sizing up this one?
That is for sure. Said at the start of the game, he doesn't miss in this stadium.
Would you like the double World Cup winner?
Unnecessary pressure on him.
Andre Pollard. Quite possibly the final act.
Yeah, we will restart.
In off! It's in off! And the Tigers are level, and we will restart. One final play. 34 points each. It's been nip and tuck all evening. And the Tigers using the woodwork.
Ball was out.
Ben Youngs hacks it away. He wants the draw. He wants the share of the spoils. 3 points each. And would you believe it, at the end of the third big game that these two have played out over the years since 2008, three times, they have ended up level on the scoreboard. Extraordinary finish. And full time at the Allianz Stadium after a thunderous afternoon. Harlequins 34, Leicester Tigers 34.
Smith.
It's backwards off white to me.
Oh, he's done well to get the ball away to Hutchinson. Hutchinson, the step from Kemeny, the try from Kemeny, the arms in the air in front of us. And that smoke from the fireworks has not yet cleared. But Saints have found a way to the try line.
What a start from Northampton Saints. Fantastic.
They'll confirm the injury in a minute. Smith chased over the top. Oh, he's done brilliantly. Smith catches it, and now all sorts of mayhem in Bath's defence. Fraser Dingwall screaming for it. Mitchell gives it. Dingwall scores.
That ball was always getting to where it needed to be. Northampton Saints halfbacks, Smith and Mitchell take a bow. That was fabulous.
Oh, the first try after 79 seconds. The second 10 minutes later. Langdon. Smart Saints line out work away quickly. Hutchinson beautifully done. And then this is Ram. Big holds. Oh, Ram's gone the other way. Mitchell's there. Ram doesn't need him. Or does he? He gets it down despite the best efforts of Joe Thokinasinger. For half a second the celebrations are on pause, but for only half a second. James Ram.
If someone asked me for a visual aid of what Northampton Saints look like when they're at their best, that try was it.
Now then, Bath, on their last 6 games away from home in the Premiership. A lot of work to do here. Russell nicely taken, and this is opening up. Bailey, Thokinasinger. Oh, this is cooking up very nicely.
But the movement in and around it, it's a simple ball out of the back, but the timing on it stretches Northampton's defence and creates this one-on-one. You get moments like this, but this pick-up from Finn Russell. One hand, thanks for coming. There's the ball, and there's the finish.
Okay.
Saints get the early shove as Bath brought the ball down, but then Bath stabilise. It's crabbing infield and another penalty. Looks like it's gone against Josh Kemeny, and then Russell spins it wide. Oh, brilliant from Bailey. Bailey's so close. He's got there.
Not just the speed of it, it's the length of it. Gets right outside that Northampton defence. And how well does Orlando Bailey do to negotiate his way through 4, if not 5 Northampton defenders? When you've got that quality and speed and then accuracy, it gives you moments, it gives you chances.
Mayana Vanua. Josh Kemeny on this near right-hand side providing the greatest width, but Bath seem to have him covered. So there's ball through from Smith. Delightful. Hendy gets it down.
Lovely try, another lovely try from Saints. Look, it just makes it look so easy. It ain't, or everyone would do it.
Russell's screaming for it. Here we go. Reed, oh, he's wheelbarrowed backwards to brilliant effect by Freeman. Oh, that's defending.
I think it might have been Finn Smith, could have been Freeman. Whoever it was, caught Miles Reed on the half volley.
Picked up by Maloney. Lawrence waits with interest, but it never needs to go that far. It is Will Stewart. And it is the Kings of the second half who are doing second half things already.
Ball's lifted.
Bayliss had it. Bath looking for their try-scoring bonus point, and they will get it. Ball off the floor, Underhill to a screaming Max Ajomo. And this contest continues to crackle. Seabrook took it back in field. Hutchinson, oh, it's been charged down by Reed, and Reed gave it to the quicker man, who was Thokanasiga. Thokanasiga against Hutchinson. Thokanasiga wins gold. And somehow, having been 19-0 down early on here, Bath, the Premiership leaders, are ahead.
Use the ball, use it.
Great scrummaging, Northampton.
Skirder. Oh, and Ajomo and Lawrence linking up. Oh, and Lawrence has taken a...
So we got head on head by 9 Green. 9 Green, he's trying to run backwards, almost pull out of it. So for me, it's not a high degree of danger.
Feels like that might be the moment that decides the match. It's not just the magic that he has in his hands. 20 seconds to go.
No, sir, no.
Penalty to Northampton. Bang in front of the post. The chance for them to snatch it. Clock in the red. Final kick of the match to win it. What a noise. And once again, the end of a Gallagher Premiership match where absolutely nobody leaving will be asking for their money back. What a game. Final score, Northampton 35, Bath 34.
Different personnel tonight, but the DNAs of each club firmly pitched around attack and dynamism and adventure. Quins on the attack, that delay allowing for the Waghorn break. This is Chisholm, frees the arms up, nice continuity from Jack Walker. Driving onwards now, Levis, and here's the speedster, Cleves.
What a tackle
little
that
high, and the flag involved Ram desperate.
It's definitely seatbelt, right line goes over the top.
Okay, as long as it doesn't touch the neck or the head.
Over the shoulder
The other angle will show us whether it touches.
There's no clear contact with head or neck. That guy is allowed to do that. He's trying to prevent the try being scored, so I'm not seeing foul play off one view.
Does it stay on the shoulder?
Over the shoulder, yes.
That's all right.
No contact with the neck and no contact with the head.
Okay,
no
I agree with you actually,
play.
watching it again.
Touching in goal. Goal line, drop out the restart. I reckon that's a good effort to make a tackle. No contact here or here.
Agree.
He does really well to, having made that initial contact, slide the arm down to the right when it could have gone over the top, and then it would have been a penalty try.
Pearson, stopped low by Kenningham. Makepeace Cubitt, lovely stepping, what balance, the offload superb as well, and how far is not far away. Here's Pearson! Lauday. Such a low centre of gravity, somehow keeping his feet underneath him. Levis, closer still, and in! Cleves has his moment. Denied on the other side of the field. No mistake this one. The youngsters deployed. Makepeace Cubitt to the line. McParland. Little skip from Hutchison, and again Augustus is close. Davison on that short line. Quinn's in danger here. Hafar reaching. Luke Pearce looking.
Hold on, hang on, steady, hands away, lads, all hands away. All hands away. Boys, that's a try. Yes.
You're a defender and the referee says take your hands away, leave them there.
As he hits the contact. Joseph drawing the man. Green, Levis lurking and driving. And stopped just a metre or two short. Lauday, though, finishes the job.
Nice control, holding the ball, and Tyrone Green puts it through as quickly as possible. Thought he might have the reach, but he doesn't. And then Lauday does really well.
Smile playing across the face of Danny Kerr. There's work to be done here. Trailing by 4. You feel everything is possible. Kettingham
contest
did well to get up, but it's still there to be won. Northampton are all over this. Walker's collected it, and McParland waits. Now then, Mayana Vanua.
Still advantage Saints for the knock-on. Okay, that's advantage over.
Davison.
I took my eyes off it for a second.
Clattered onto the ball.
Thank you.
Savala holds it back. Space on the outside. Oh, lovely tip on. Into the corner. Seabrook's there.
You've already checked.
Just checking whether there's a knock on there. No, it goes backwards. The referee was there. I think that goes backwards.
Don't need to review that. Ball goes backwards. Play
and
on.
Then that's a lovely ball.
Can Quinns discover the killer touch? Porter, Kenningham, Evans, Wackhorn, lovely! Will Joseph for Harlequins.
It's a lovely try, wasn't it? Had a beautiful flow to it. 3 guys standing in front, just getting to the corner. Look at that lovely hands there, and on the outside.
That little play there between Levis as the decoy runner and Jared Evans.
The Stoop finding its voice. Jared Evans keeps the ball in hand, sends it wide to David, and here's Cleves! Oh, they've scored a couple of crackers tonight. Cassius Cleves with his second of the evening.
No line speed at all from the Saints because they've just been rocked back a couple of times, and again that mix of decoy runners, square shoulders.
Beyond the red are absolutely critical to either side. Away they come through Craig Wright. Seabrook banged over. Brilliant finish here. Oh, Pearson's dropped it. Quinns have it. And that's full time. They found the lead with only 4 minutes remaining, and they pulled it out of the fire. Remember, they were 14 points to 5 down after half an hour.
Harry Wells goes over the ball. Joe Hayes stretching his chunky little legs as far back as they'll go to give Van Portfleet the room he needs to clear. And oh, it was Hassel Collins who was up comfortably, down uncomfortably, but Leicester ball, Pollard ball, Stewart now for Leicester. Another falls into the tackle. This is Joseph Woodward wearing 12 tonight. Wonderful feet from him. Pollard, Radwan, and the first roars he hears playing in an East Midlands derby. A roars to celebrate his try.
The initial carry from Stewart, but watch Woodward here. Drifts, takes 1 out, takes 2 out. And that creates the overlap on the outside that Radwan finishes really good from Leicester's young centre.
Portfleet in the Six Nations swing of things against Italy and Wales. Here's his first club game back since he hurt his knee against Toulouse in January. Denied Mitchell and Van Portfleet tonight. Thumped up by Kata. Oh, and then Van Poortvliet seeing some space. He might have to do it on his own. He's got Tommy Raffel, a lot of time to gather here. Jack Van Poortvliet, the ball down by his knees. How about that? Sheer class from JVP. Jack Van Poortvliet with a try of some quality.
Playing with the advantage, has a look, no guard in place. Augustus gets taken out slightly on the clear out, so he can't bounce out. Pearson's gone too far, and then the control on the kick outside of the right boot, over Hendy perfectly, and this time the ball does sit up perfectly for him. And Leicester off to an absolute flyer. Northampton overloaded this side. Could be short of numbers in that wide channel if Pollard can find it.
Let's have a look. It's Radwan chasing it, so never rule anything out when Radwan's chasing, but Tom Seabrook is back there, and he might find himself in a spot of bother here, Seabrook, and he's been dragged over the doorstep.
He had no choice, didn't he? Just chose to go the wrong way. Look him, steps him. Now, put it on your left foot, get rid. Now he goes again. You're not getting away from Radwan in that scenario in Coffin corner.
It's hard for Seabrook because he had to be flatter up because of the lack of numbers on that wide channel. That's why Pollard thought the space would be there.
Henderson up highest, Cracknell looking for spaces! Oh my goodness, there was an acre that he drove through gleefully. Northampton 0, Leicester 17.
Northampton think the drive's coming, little peel move. What happens to Seabrook?
Thank you. We're going to have a chat with Sam Vesti in a minute or so. I can imagine how Sam's feeling. James Ram offering some hope. Saints looking for inspiration. Mayana Vanua, Smith away quickly, and that's gone forwards. Now it's a penalty. Pollard again from the tee, and Leicester now lead by 24. Well, here come the cavalry, and a huge roar, and the enthusiasm that Henry Pollock always brings. Oh, here goes Pollock doing the things he does. It's extraordinary, but it's a brilliant tackle from Radwan. Pollock lays it back, set it up for Seabrook. Seabrook tries to squeeze over. No. And he tried too hard, but the break from Pollock set up the opportunity.
Oh, this guy is electric. What an impact. Gets through JVP's tackle. The swerve on Pollard, is outstanding. Radwan just gets back, but then you can see him scrabbling himself. Referee has prime position to see it. It's not a popular decision here, but he's absolutely spot on.
Well, they've gone quickly. Jogan stretching is over. Oh, I think he's dropped it. Oh.
He actually just almost slips over, doesn't he?
Yeah, for me, he slips underneath there, and I think he is attempting to wrap. So
it's a knock-on, isn't it?
There's no penalty
5 metre scrum.
And then it's lost forward in goal, so therefore big goal line dropout.
Agreed.
Happy.
Are also being paid by those who paid for their tickets to be inside the stadium. Anyway, we'll hear that tomorrow. Oh my goodness.
I'm not in line.
That looked like it went forwards, but Hendy gets another go, though we're talking point if they score from this, and Pollock does.
He's not convinced, is he?
This isn't a knock-on, Hobby shot. It's gone forward.
I sense that Stuart Terridge thinks it's gone forwards as well.
This is the one, Woody. So through chest, hands, off the head. Yeah.
And then it's gone forward.
Then it's gone forward. So that is not a knock-on in law. It is, yeah.
Well, once again, a conversation that those inside the stadium are about to get the gist of.
It's 19 carries he's made.
Pollard, Liebenberg. Leicester looking if they can get the ball away for the fourth, but that's gone forwards. Adam Radwan was screaming for it as he came up to offer the support as quickly as he could.
Oh, what's he doing?
That's given away. It's clear! Gift wrapped in Tigers colours.
Pollock's so eager, isn't he, to just do something, get it going. It's a dreadful pass. They all end up at 6s and 7s, and it just bounces into his hands gratefully. And over he goes for the bonus point, out of nothing.
They have been dreadful tonight. Leicester still looking for more. And that's gone forwards, and it seems appropriate that a knock-on ends the contest. An East Midlands derby like no other, ever. Saints, whitewashed. Tigers, totally dominant. Northampton 0, Leicester 33.
And we ask ourselves the question, just how big a buffer does Marcus Smith and Harlequins need ideally? They need a good start, that's for sure. And we're up and running. And the ball is taken in by Max Ajomo. Away comes Hill. Ajomo leaves it hanging in the air for Spencer beautifully. Russell on the loop to Glanville. Fucking a slinger. Head down, straight, hard, true, try. So simple, but so effective. One shot from Bath, and Big Joe's done it.
Gotcha. Brutal from Bath.
Off his wing, hunting for the ball. Jomo to Dunn. Feels like Quins are on the scramble a little too often for their liking at the moment defensively. Jomo again. And Redpath, some excellent stepping. One-handed pick-up from Yules. Oh, that's brilliant from Russell. Here's Muir striding forwards. Beard making another important tackle in the 22. Miles Reed, Ted Hill. Too much to handle.
All good, Woody.
Harlequins have no option but just to fold their bodies underneath the carrier here. It's as low as Bath can go, and still they can't quite find the line just yet. Barbary, short once again. This time, they are there.
Tyler Cunningham South's putting it about a bit. He's dealing with Barbary, who is very hard to deal with so far, but otherwise Bath are dominating collisions. There's another one.
Once more, Ted Hill through the gain line. Ajomo did so well to get that away to Russell. Yules, the provider, to Glanville striding onwards. Here's Will Muir. Oh, galloping in! Bonus point! Baxter, Benson, Lauday's done well. Slips it away to Herbst. Better from Quins. Porter to Northmore, faded so well on that. Levis is striding onwards, inside ball, and Northmore's got one back. Just what they needed. Absolutely in the nick of time, you feel. Levis. Again, the low chop from Barbary, but Quins are close. They're right up to the line now. Lauday looking to provide an opening here for Cunningham South, who has to turn again. Bath looking to occupy that space. They're on the line. Just can't find the space here. There are bodies everywhere. Lamasitelli! No doubt about that. Smith again. Bath shirts all around. Russell making lots of ground, but it was there for Nick David, and now it's there for Tom Dunn, who's staring down Tyrone Greening, saying, come on then. Out it comes from Spencer, loads of space on the outside to Glanville. Will Muir dives back against the grain and drives over the line.
Great winger already, but we're standing next to the king here, Al. Ashley won't say it, but he didn't even raise an eyebrow at that stat. Come back to me in 60 tries time, he said.
Yeah, come and have a chat. Knock on the door when you're somewhere in the mid-90s and we'll have a conversation. It's clogged up in the works.
All that graft at the breakdown, so important defensively. Bath have got so much time to prepare themselves. Quins have got to try and turn this into something dynamic, something quick now.
And that's left to Levis to try to reset. Maloney having a little dart at it. Told to back off by the ref. Just a metre out. And they continue the battering ram. And was that short? Or was it grounded? They look really confident, Harlequins.
Grounding's good.
Do you know what? Finn Baxter did a really good job. Evidently try awarded.
In a way this season, when they make these changes with the substitutions, Ben, they just seem to kick on a gear. Will that happen today?
Jaco Coetzee swiftly into his work, but he's lost the ball, and Kenningham is trying to reset the dial here for Quins. Porter to Cunningham South. Benson, the intercept, read beautifully by Jomo, and he will stretch out his legs, untouched. A killer blow. Very profitable carry-in from number 8. Not going to sing it, down on 2 knees to gather it. To Glanville, saw a bit of space, offloads to Butt, and Butt hammers upfield and delivers it on a plate to Spencer. And there he is, Francois Van Veek.
No compete. Advantage.
Cunningham's ball,
16 up early.
and an advantage. That's 2 offences, and Sam Riley takes the try as a consequence.
Use it.
Bath, tightly packed.
Okay,
Happy enough to play this out from here. Clock in the red, and Ben Spencer seals it. Bath stretching out at the top of the league. Now, almost certainly, you would think, inked in for the playoffs with 5 rounds to spare. Jack Walker, up goes Cunningham South. Good delivery for Kerr. That might have been forwards. Northmore on the move into the 22. Kerr again, little inside ball, and Cunningham racing clear! What a start from Quins! The line so sharp from the flanker. Right, Sharks in meaningful territory here, and the line out is good.
Advantage too late with the sack.
Secured by Hill, they've got the penalty, and now they get the drive on as well. Cowan-Dickey at the forefront of this. Over the line, Matthew Carley unsighted. Stuart Terridge is our TMO.
There, try.
Yeah.
Ball on Payne.
Matthew?
Yes.
The ball reaches the line, it is a try.
Yes! 10!
Opoku for Jaw. Good footwork to get past 2. And a third and a fourth. Opoku for Jaw just storming it into the 22. Incredible break. With an advantage now as well. Rod whips it out. Here's Tom Curry. Carpenter.
Tackle! Let go, Quins! Move back.
5 metres out. Sale all set up for Curry!
It was just a series of excellent players doing excellent things. The initial footwork for Opoku Fajor was great to avoid Will Evans, but then he turned on the power, and there's lots of it. There's acceleration, there's balance. George Ford, he did what Marcus Smith tried to do off that line out 10 minutes ago, if you remember. Waited for the ball and just hit it at a different angle.
Don Brandt moving into position. The Quins supporters suggestive of a breach of the defensive line. I should say the offside line from the Sale Sharks. Kerr to Northmore, floats it over the top for Murley. Green on the inside, pass to Priya, and the pass is a good one. Here's Murley, back in business. Injured since the Six Nations, drafted back in, straight on the score sheet. Quinn scrambling well, but once more quick possession. Dupree did nicely to his brother. Here's Cowan-Dickey. Opoku Fajor trundling onwards, trying to shake off Green. Can he get the ball down? Oh yes, he can.
Oh, that is a sensational finish. When does a prop ever get through the middle of the pitch? Waits for the offload.
Sale will try and do this the hard way. Dupree, lovely handling. Bamba's not far away. In goes Kenningham. Opoku Fajor to Curry. Swivels!
And Kenningham over the ball there. If he's finished that, he's done very well, Curry. Kenningham's got his hands on the ball.
On-field try, will stand.
Sale immediately with a shot. Right at the start of this second half, here's Cowan-Dickey. Just short of the line. Bevan Rod is waiting, it won't reach him. They've got their 5th, and it's Johnny Hill And they've started this second half as they mean to go on.
It's still just writing, but it's completely different, so...
Yeah, invariably illegible. Here's Bamba for Sale. Bearing down on the try line again. Things looking ominous for Quins. Close to the line they go, beyond the line they go, and that looks like another score. Harlequins having to absorb some very difficult lessons this afternoon. Lamositelli. Phase count heading up into big numbers as Northmoor cuts a nice line, pops it off the deck. Smith floats one over the top. Cunningham South breaks free and gives Quins a lifeline. Oh dear, this won't go down well.
Stu, can you put it on the screen, please?
Forwards, it's that you're right, it's that acceleration that changes.
He tries to disguise it by running through the
forwards
pass.
out of the hand, though. Come back, it's penalty advantage. Onside. Use it!
Lorde has it at the back. Doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Geltema calls for it, wants it. Short delay. Anderson. Quins have their score. Launchbury, tip on for Cunningham South. Still trying hard, but they're into the last 5 minutes. And the points have got to come quickly. Benson gets it away. Jabulu, Nathan Jabulu. It's still on. It's a long shot, but it's still on. The crossfield kick picked out by Anderson. Interesting play from the 22. They've secured possession, which is all important. And they need to hang on to that ball as long as they can. Oh, that's loose, and it's swept up, and it's game over. Tom Roebuck. Quins chasing the game, Sale shutting them down.
Quins chasing the game, Sale wondering.
And has that gone forwards? It's gone backwards in the eyes of the referee. And there's the penalty that finishes it. Quins running out of road and running out of gas finally this afternoon. Full time at the Stoop. Harlequins 29, Sale 43. Tackle made by Augustus. Thacker restored to that starting hooker's jersey. Ibitoye got it away nicely. McGinty to Lane. Space for Bailey. Hutchinson on the chase. Bailey's in. Bristol strike first at the Gardens, as they surely needed to here. This contest so critical in the general complexion of their campaign. Langdon to Coles. Augustus to Mitchell. Oh, the show and go. Scintillating stuff. Alex Mitchell carving it up.
He's on the plane, mate. Get him off. Get him off. He's on the plane. Wrap him in cotton wool. That's mega.
Finn Smith just buying himself a little bit of space, and guess who's racing onto this? It's Pollock combining beautifully. Finn Smith's away, Pollock's still with him. Oh, has that gone forwards? Pollock still onto it, tries to get the offload away, and Langdon drops over the line. A little bit to unpack.
I think it's Randall that gets his hand in here. Look at that, he slaps the ball, and just this there, that motion, he just displaces the ball out of the grip of Finn Smith just as he's getting himself ready for that offload.
Josh Caulfield has knocked that ball backwards out of Pollock's hand, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Tackle, let go.
Hutchinson, Finn Smith lying in wait in behind. Ram draws the man and sends Freeman screaming in. Very clinical from Northampton. Patient and clinical. Harding bringing in Jimmy Williams, who's come on for Bristol in place of Diego Bailey. Lane, he's got Revivo to his right. Revivo hits the gas. Oh! Brought down somehow by Ram. And the flag is raised. Mitchell again. Trouble brewing for the Bears. Mayana Vanua lays it up, taken on by Augustus. Good shot coming in from Max Laheath. Mitchell, though, picking the lines, picking the options, and Freeman delivering the bonus. Ibitoye. Bristol need a spark. Not that sort of spark. Well, maybe that sort of spark. It's Randall who's racing clear here. Ibitoye to his left, times the pass, cuts back infield, one-handed. Oh, doesn't need the offload, he'll go himself. There it is, an extraordinary score. It might just be what Bristol need. It began with just about the worst chip you've ever seen in your life, but it's ended up with a try, and Bristol will be grateful for anything right now.
For the speed of ball for Randall. Look at the fight from Saints, how long he's waiting. Admittedly, this wouldn't necessarily be a quick ball situation.
Williams, Van Rensburg and Northampton are all over that. Freeman's all over that. And the ball is there for them. And here's Manu Yogan driving the knife home. Bristol chasing the game. Here's Lockett. Once more, Caulfield with an important hit.
He's worth avoiding, isn't he, Caulfield, in a head-on collision.
Space on the outside, maybe. Augustus batters his way through. It's relentless at the moment from Northampton. O'Gray to McGinty. Williams feeding Lane. Good acceleration from Lane. Here's Nalango. Freed up on the right and two to beat. Saints combine effectively. Picked up by Luatua and Williams is in. And the Bears have one back. 7.5 odd minutes to play.
Try is good.
And they're trying to make the most of their possession here late on. It's almost certainly, barring some kind of rugby miracle, far too far away.
Hey, wasn't that nice? Really, really nicely done.
James. Oh, through two. And Pollock on his inside. And Pollock will have his score with a big old flourish. Night-night, Bristol.
Try's good.
He couldn't just pop it down and jog back, could he? He had to do something. I love it.
Free kick from the scrum for Bristol. And there's space here for Ibitoye. This for the bonus. In he flies. The Bears have 4 tries now, so they will leave Franklin's Gardens with something.
Use it, Bristol.
Owen. McGinty smashed in the tackle and racing onto it is Seabrook, but they've kept it alive, Bristol, and Lane is taking on Kemeny, feeding now Lango, and they're going to get another one here, but look at things. Marmion's in the clear. Pollock hunting him down, but Marmion is away. And Bristol finishing with something of a flourish amongst some tired bodies. Still the enterprise, still the adventure, and the gap closed, but only a minute left on the clock. Luatua, Owen, he's very quick, Joe Owen. Snared brilliantly by Kemeny, and that will do it. Up goes the flag, and the match is Northampton's. Interesting times for the Bears. Saints head into the Champions Cup. Northampton 48, Bristol 31 at full time.
Taken by Hill. Sale have spent all week talking about the start, getting it right physically, mentally, making sure that they set down the earliest of markers. Here's their early opportunity. That'll do. That will do. That's what they talked about, and they have executed. Van Portfleet, Montosha, Jack Van Portfleet, Liebenberg again. Count how many times he touches the ball tonight. Quickly drifted away by Henderson. Van Portfleet, Woodward away quickly. Pollard away nicely, and there's Radwan again. He cannot stop scoring. If he was a machine up in the northeast, he's a supercharged one in the East Midlands.
Backwards, play on.
beyond Bamba to Rod. Curry. And Dupree and Marcy White. And he cuts in field. And he will score. It's a masterclass in attacking rugby from both sides. And the Sharks bite back.
Thank you.
Dupree.
Nothing formed.
Still Dan Dupree down there. Ford accelerating onto the ball, cutting through. Reed's an option. Reed's gone. Once more, the mesmerising, magical work of George Ford to open doors.
Now, little show, am I going to give it? Woodward turns his shoulders, makes the decision for him, he darts through, and then Reed does such a good job to get from the left shoulder of George Ford to cut back on his inside. Knowing defenders would have carried on the drift, he cuts back.
Bamba. And then Curry to Cowan-Dickey, and Roebuck runs into Catter and Hassel-Collins, but this is a very handy position. Opoku for Jaw. War. Leicester offside. Ben Bamba not far away. Ford. Oh, and the try scored by Rob Dupree. Orange efficiency close to Leicester's try line. Quirk. And again Curry, and that has gone forwards with Stewart and Leicester with loose ball. Defence out of position momentarily, making the most of that. Pollard, his kick looking for Hassel-Collins. Brilliant from Hassel-Collins. Hit away. He's got a lot of shirts to beat. One of them is Ford. Stands him up, scores. Welford Road goes bonkers.
But how about Pollard? Late decision, shapes his body, sticks it on a sixpence. And then Hassel-Collins uses the afterburners and then toys with George Ford. A little show. He knows he's got the gas. If he can just get them both stationary, he knows he's got the acceleration to get to the corner. So gets past the bigger man, powers through, and then just stops George Ford dead, and then goes again. Brilliant finish from Hassel-Collins. Great kick from that man.
Ollie Chesham has a look at the ball, has a look at the try line, back with the ball, gives it a go. Leicester within one meaty thrust of the lead again. Kelly, Pollard, Radwan to Hassel-Collins. Leicester with the advantage. Hassel-Collins! The roar of the season at Mattioli Woods, Welford Road.
And it just opens up like the Red Sea, and Hassel-Collins uses his footwork.
Leicester are good in the final 10 minutes of the Premiership this season. 10 tries in the last 10 minutes. What an 11th would do here. Another penalty, another try. Amika Ilioni. Charlie Clare's come on for Julian Montoya. Leicester changing their hookers with a match to be won here, still by both sides. Here goes Dupree. Oh, he's going to score, Rob Dupree! And he races back to halfway, demanding more. And now Northwest voices.
Wow, what a player.
Well, it's not every Friday night in these parts that you get Friday nights like these. This has been something special. They've set themselves up for the perfect weekend. This would cap it. East Midlands roars, East Midlands accents. Leicester pulling clear in second in the race for a semi-final back here.
On nearly a carbon copy.
And this for Andre Pollard to end with 19 points. The noise around these parts tells you. Leicester with a full 5-point win. One of the games of the season, from start to finish. Leicester 44, Sale 34.
And Tom Dunn with a milestone of his own today, moving past David Barnes for Premiership appearances. Away goes Spencer. Ben Spencer bringing the wreck to its feet.
If you're going to fly out, don't leave a hole for someone as sharp as Spencer. Game over.
Really good finish, isn't it?
The heavy traffic just keeps on coming. And Russell's picking the options. Abano is the latest of those. Trying to find a little bit of width. Potentially that's gone forwards, and the Tigers celebrate.
I think this is a red card.
Yeah, it's a big shot as well.
It's a big hit.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of shoulder to chest, and then there's some head contact. So I'm starting at a yellow card, but there's no mitigation.
I think the only mitigation is there's somebody else in the tackle, which changes the shape of the tackle. But
Liebenberg, very well met. Dunn and Underhill right in the mix. And then was that a deliberate knock-on? It was knocked on in the tackle.
I think they'll have a look at that, won't they? Was it deliberate, or was it actually in the action of tackle? It was a good kick, this.
Yep, Van Poortvliet, he's measured that beautifully. Up goes Dunn, but it's been stolen from him, and the try is there. Fantastic. Joe Woodward with the score, but the vision and the accuracy of Van Poortvliet, very special.
All-round fantastic skills, Ali, wasn't it? Seeing the opportunity.
Whilst playing with an extra man, Ewells delivers it for Spencer. Singer up full steam. And Hassel-Collins does well to get in his way and stem the flow, but Hill is close again. He's short, though. Has to squeeze it back. Abano drives and scores. As the yellow card ticks away. Benno Abano for Bath. Lead restored. More bodies committed by Bath. Ewells is there, Roux is there, Russell is there.
You feel like one man wider is the way to go to the right. You target Finn Russell.
They're intent on getting this done from half a metre out. I think they think they've grounded it here, Leicester.
Well, they think they do, but I wonder if it's Joe Hayes. I wonder if he's crawling on the ground there.
Next picture now, Woody, coming for you.
So, no, his tackle's short, and then he continues to crawl. OK, so therefore it's a penalty for double movement.
Pollard.
Just watching Ben Spencer. He's just following JVP everywhere. Every breakdown, his eyes on him, his man marking him. He's doing a great job.
Yeah, interesting improvisation from Andre Pollard. Not his finest.
Come to me now. So we've got direct head contact. We have foul play because he's upright. He could be lower. But then I've got mitigation. I've got the player. Is it Barflew said that tackles him across
one? Yeah.
Yeah. OK. So it's gone from red card down to yellow card.
Pollard, flat ball for Stewart.
He's carrying more into traffic, Stewart, isn't he? Bringing him tighter. All that chat about him maybe becoming an inside centre, you can see why.
Van Poortvliet thought about trying to dart through the middle, changed that plan, swung it out wide. Here's Hassel-Collins, two men bearing down on him. Good footwork, but in comes Redpath and shuts the door for the moment. Quick ball again for the Tigers. Pollard assessing the options. Stewart was that forwards. Out it goes to Radwan. Try awarded by Anthony Woodthorpe. Adam Radwan again for Leicester. Inside the Tigers 22, still with options here. Bath. Redpath goes to ground. Spencer wants it, has it. Russell, change of plan. Back to the traffic. Oh, what about that? Quinn Roux under the sticks. Russell improvisation. Bath celebration. He's got up and gone again. Outskirts of the 22. Russell frees the arms up. Dunn is there. What a dummy! What a moment! Together for Tom Dunn. Unreal.
Stop it. That's just naughty and cheeky. It's a lovely little break, isn't it?
To the touchline they go. It's with Stewart. And that surely is that now. And he's going again. He's within 5, Chesham. Youngs Out to the short side, the intercept! Very well read. And Max Ajomo feeds Stockenasinger, who will not be caught by Hassel Collins.
He's given it to the quicker man. Two rapid guys. It's a big man to moving that quick, isn't it? Great read from Ajomo.
One last effort for Bath. Donahue tearing forwards. It's gathered and it's scored. Will Buck finishes it in style. The Wreck and all those supporters who cannot wait for next week and the week after and the week after that. They've had their money's worth today. They've won by 43 points to 15.
The run-in rounds the bends and into the home straight. Does a playoff lie in wait for Gloucester, who simply must bag 5 match points today. Big blindside to work with here, but Gloucester go open and Wade is lurking, but it's Caleros once more. Finds Cockgreve on this occasion. And the flyer from Bidford RFC.
It's through Anscombe's hands. It looks like it's potentially going out the back to Wade. It doesn't. It goes straight across the face. Harris with a pretty simple draw and pass, and they've just got great numbers on the outside. It's that ball from Anscombe across the face. Chris Harris draws. Carreras again, and it's pretty much a walk-in on the end, isn't it? But again, it's such slick handling from Gloucester.
Chinyamunga claims it cleanly. Slight home is injected, and here's raw power. Grappling with Christian Wade, but it's the Saint who emerges on top. Northampton zagging back to the left. Pearson! He's back!
Obviously, the injury itself was caused by what we can gather by the impact on the floor post that, but yeah, it's certainly the referee have said, oh.
Wow, amongst all that, Saints exact revenge in the sweetest way possible. Singleton to his captain. Oh, that was tantalising. But Atkinson latches. He ignores Harris. Instead, Cockgreve will bag his face in that left-hand corner. And it's just feeding the kernels of hope that exist within the Saints. But they may as well stop running now. Chalk up another for the arch-try scorer himself.
Far too experienced. You can see him there. He's just in the channel. Lumley gets lured into it on his Prem debut. Thinks there's an opportunity out wide for Northampton. Christian Wade just has other ideas, and as you say, as soon as he's caught that ball, every single Gloucester player throws their hands in the air because they know nobody is getting anywhere near him. Despite Cousins' effort from the far side, he made up a fair amount of ground.
They've got 3 of the requisite 4 tries that they require for a try bonus.
Backwards.
Like a pinball. The ball jumbles around. It's a wondrous pick-up. And the future Lion gets Kingsholm roaring.
Yeah, tries good, Woody.
Yeah, Northampton just get up. That all goes backwards. And then look at that pick and pop from Freddie Clark, Thomas Williams. Brilliant score for them, and what a momentum shift that last 5 minutes has been with the intercept and with that try. Both pretty fortuitous, really. But as you say, that's now the bonus point try for Gloucester.
Oh, Freddie Clark, part-time rugby player, full-time yoga instructor. How did he stoop that low to scoop?
Let it go!
Well, Gloucester seeing the phases rack up against them, but no meter surrendered. But now it's Lumley. Just a slink of the young hips and almost through. Now the pass needs to be picked. Wyman! Why not on debut? Katovstev will remain, and Gloucester will keep just manipulating Saints defenders, Cotgrave! Oh! A hat-trick!
This is how they set themselves up. Across the face, that ball there from Clement is the one that does it. The timing at the line, all the Northampton Saints defenders bite on those short runners.
That's good, Woody.
And then again, you think Chris Harris can't buy a try today, can he? Cotgrave, you think could lift it on the outside.
But we play on regardless. Bit of width offered on the ball. Clement. Bounce and bumps, and Wade is flying. Oh, it is the most instinctive, impressive, and irrepressible offloading rugby from Christian Wade. A megawatt smile. He too is a man on the rise in rugby.
Good timing for the mark.
Benson lays it up for the unstoppable Northampton Express.
The try where it was, but it's a brilliant setup from Northampton. They just haven't gone away in this game. They've stuck right in it, always on the front foot there.
Tries there, good, mate.
Good setup, great drive. It's Freddie Clark.
The tide has turned down in the West Country for the Cherry and Whites. A wonderful charge down, and maybe a magic moment to close out the season. And who else could it be than Wizardly Wade? Now they do. It's Ackerman on the tee. It's not an effort he'll be remembered for. He'll be remembered for all the blood, the sweat, the tears and endeavour that he and all the departing 19 Gloucestermen.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any Gallagher Premiership Rugby action.